Hello, Crossroads Community Church. So glad you're with us again today as we continue on looking at Creator and creation. As we take time to explore, what does that mean? What does that look like? How do we build our lives on the cornerstone of Jesus Christ? How do we see that Creator, the spoken word, Christ, is that cornerstone of creation? And as Creator holds the world together, we can recognize that together we fit, that we fit with all of creation, that we can sit in stillness. For the Holy One, our Creator God, is in control, and we can be still for the presence of the Lord. The Holy One is here. Today we have a day like no other, a day gifted to us, so we can say, last week we talked about it, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you've had a great week. Throughout this week, we've taken time to remember. We've taken time to remember those in our own families, those around our world who've given their lives so that we can celebrate this day together, even if it's online. And so today we continue on with this rhythm, and we want to move into the concept of not just a day and a night, one day, but into this concept of a week and Sabbath, a week that was set in place in our creation story. So in Genesis chapter 1, we would read the words of how creation was set in place. And at the end of Genesis chapter 1, we read, then God looked over all he had made, and he saw that it was good, that he saw that it was very good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the sixth day. Today, that's what I want to talk about, is this concept of weeks and gifts, and this gifts and relationship. What does that mean? And so as we take time to sit in that concept of this 7 days, this cycle of day and night, making up 7 days. What was that like? And so as I was thinking about this and praying, but I've been reading some books lately. One of the books I've been reading by well-known Indigenous theologian, Randy Woodley, and he has written a book called Shalom and the Community of Creation. But he wrote that back in 2001, but he updated a bit of what he talked about in that book, in the beginning of that chapter, in a paper he wrote for NAITS, which is an Indigenous learning community. You can find it online. But I want to read from what he wrote in this paper back in 2010. And it's found in a small journal that I have. But I'm going to put the words up for you so you can hear them and read them as I speak these words of Randy. And that you would just sit and listen to this. And it's online, so you can listen to it again if you don't get it all the first time. And hear these words, because they're powerful image of this creating time, this creating God we have. And so these are his words from this paper. When God says all creation is good, it's not a misjudgment about the creation. The Creator rather is making an accurate judgment, proclaiming that everything is good, right, in order, as it should be. What I like particularly in the Genesis account of creation is that it's showing the Creator is taking his time. God works slowly his way through the celestial water, space, and sky. He then creates the terrestrial waters. The earth follows, including plants, trees, fruits. And next, he watches the seeds from those plants bear after their own. God then sets the celestial and the terrestrial in rhythm and balance of night and day, summer, fall, winter, spring, months into years. And after that, he fills the waters with fish, the skies with birds, and they increase. Subsequently, animals appear, and then the human beings are created. One gets the sense from this account that Creator enjoyed creating our world. It was not impetuous or hurried, but instead deliberate and thoughtful, stretched out over time in order for Creator to receive maximum pleasure. Each part of creation is differentiated. Not one created part is the other, nor does it become the other. Each part of creation was made unique and after its own kind, special. And yet, each part is incomplete without the whole. And everything is being and becoming in relationship to and with the other. The celestials regulate the balance of the terrestrials. The night dusk compels all creation to rest, and it brings refreshing coolness. The day provides new life and opportunities, like warmth for plants, animals, and humans. The moon regulates the water, and the sun regulates the seasons. The seasons regulate all creation on earth and sky in their annual activities. Everything created is in harmony and in balance with each other and with their Creator. From God's purview, there's an interconnectedness of all God has made. All things are created and beautifully designed by their Creator. Each part of the created whole bears the mark of its Creator. Each works in relationship with the other. Each is connected through its common origin and through its common location in the universe. And afterwards, there's a pause. Not a pause to second guess, but a pause to celebrate the way it is. The Aboriginal rainbow elders in Australia say the Creator sang on the seventh day. The meaning is like that of a gathering of a community or a community get-together, where celebration is the only priority. The celebration is a party because everything is harmonious as it was meant to be. It is God's creation party. It is the harmony way. These words from Randy Woodley stir the heart and stir the soul to see Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 in this recognition that the Creator was making this work of art, his masterpiece. In Ephesians chapter 2, which comes the passage that I've already talked about, was that it was Christ the cornerstone in this. Earlier on in that chapter, we read the words, "We are God's masterpiece. He has created anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things he planned for us long ago." In creation, God set not just the balance of day and night, but the balance of all things. And as we see our world work together, as we observe nature, and as we observe this week of creation and then rest, party, celebration in what God has done, there set up a model that God refers to over and over again in the scriptures. Over and over again to his children as he's teaching them is this model of 6 days and rest, recognizing the Creator and all the gifts that have been given. But this week of creation was all about relationship and how All things would relate to each other. The sky, the space, the water, the fish, the birds, the sun and the moon, all of these would work together. The moon would balance the water. The sun would balance the seasons so growth could happen. And then we as humans could walk and join together in harmony with all created things. A book I read this summer that was really powerful was a book called Braiding Sweetgrass, a biological look really at our world. And the author, Robin Wall Kimmerer, she was writing and looking at the world through her biologist's eyes, but also through her Indigenous eyes, and seeing this world working together and weaving this concept of how nature and all of these different parts come together. And from the strawberries to the sweetgrass, onto the corn and the squash and the beans, onto all of these different things of ecosystems, how it all shows the amazing connectedness of relationship. What does that mean for us? Well, these gifts that were given for us to share, to be in relationship with each other. And one of the things I've learned is that we often forget what the concept of gift means. We live in a commodity-based economy, but there was once what was called a gift-giving economy, where you would give gifts and you would receive gifts, and then you would, in relationship, give reciprocity, return the gift or give the gift on to someone else. Wisdom was gifted to one, to be gifted to another, to be gifted to another. Resources were gifted to one, so they would gift to another and gift to another. And so this movement of gifts and relationship was how the world was set to be. And if we read through the scriptures, we'll see that was a plan God had in mind. Some of the words was that when you give a gift, you establish relationship. And it was interesting that Robin, she writes, the fundamental nature of gifts, they move and their value increases with their passage. So she was talking about strawberries, and she talked about that this field made a gift of berries to us, and her and her sisters, and they made a gift of them to their father. The more something is shared, the greater its value becomes. Mm-hmm. And so it was an interesting view. And so she continues on that Lewis Hyde made an extensive study of gift economies. And he said that things will remain plentiful because they are treated as gifts. A gift relationship with nature is a formal give and take that acknowledges our participation in and dependence upon natural increase. Gift exchange is the commerce of choice, for it is a commerce that harmonizes with or participates in the process of nature's increase. Together with nature, as we understand that rhythm and balance, the gifts that are given to be in relationship with each other and with nature, we understand deeper Creator and creation and this rhythm that He's calling us into. As we journey through this season, may we understand that each week is given to us to work, to walk together, but then to rest in the knowledge that Creator holds this together and has created a harmony way. I stand here with a picture gifted to us by people we walked with in Winnipeg. our leadership team, and they gave us this amazing picture, and it's titled Living in Harmony. When we, as God's people, live in harmony with each other and with the world, we show the path to Creator. And others hear it, see it, and are invited and welcomed into relationship with us. May we this week live in that harmony way with each other, with nature, and may Creator see and be blessed as we are refreshed. God bless you, each one.